Okay, this is my 2023 Toyota Tundra Limited. I'm going to do a 20,000 mile review on this truck. We just went through the 20,000 mile service with Toyota. I'm going to do a quick walk around so you can see it. I went with the white. At the time I was looking for one. My 2008 had been totaled, which was unfortunate because it had close to 300,000 miles on it, and it ran fantastic. So I was a little disappointed to get rid of that truck, but the new truck is so much nicer, and I really like a lot of the features in this truck. So let's talk about a couple of the common issues with this truck that people report. Number one, wind noise. I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a little bit of wind noise in around the driver's area, but I don't know if it's normal, or I don't know if I've let all the information on the forums convince me I have a wind noise issue. To be perfectly honest, I do not see it as a big problem. To me, it's very slight. This is a box going through the air, so that's what it is. But there are a couple of little things, and I'll open up the door here. The seal here on the driver's side is pretty wonky. That is true. I've taped it up. I've done all kinds of things. I haven't got any better results. And to be honest with you, that truck down there at the end of the driveway pretty much sounds the same. Maybe slightly quieter, but at the end of the day sounds the same. This truck is not going to sound like my CX-9, and it's definitely quieter than my Mustang. So, one other thing. The seat. This piece cracking, well, I'm going to try to zoom in here. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like a scratch, but I think it's the start of the crack. Well, I pointed that out to my service guy, and here's what he told me. They've had a few break. They replace them, and he thinks that there's a new part coming out that's going to be stronger. He said if I get a full crack in this, they'll go ahead and replace it under warranty, no problem. Okay, the other thing I've done is I put on the tonneau cover, which is the Revolver X4S. Now, I had the previous version of this on the 2008 Tundra for many years, and it was solid. What I like about this is it's still a hard cover, but it rolls up. I can throw my dirt bikes in the back and all that good stuff. I'm pretty happy with the tires, actually. I know these are just the basic dualers, Bridgestone dualers. They do really well in the rain here in North Carolina, so I'm pretty happy with them. Overall, the truck is averaging 19.5 to 20 miles per gallon. So 19.5 to 20 miles per gallon, and it's doing well. I have times when I get 22 in it. I drive mainly highway speeds. I do have a little bit of surface street speeds going to and from work, but it's not a big deal. Things I've done to the truck, and I'll just kind of point it in here. I did the TSB to fix the bump stop height in the rear of the truck. Definitely an improvement. No questions asked, just asked them to do it. They did it. It's perfect. Other things that I put on the truck, I put on the Go Rhino. I think these are the RB20 steps here. Now, there's a couple things I'm not thrilled with them. They're aluminum, they're kind of hollow, and I'm going to stick the camera under here and have you take a look. Just the way it's mounted, the problem is when it rains or I go down a dirt road with rocks, those are noisy, like really noisy. I like them a lot. They function great. My wife's shorter, so she can get in and out of the truck real well. But I think eventually I'm probably going to switch and go to the electric running boards that pop in and out when you open the truck door. The other thing I did was from Amazon. I just bought the Amazon special, yeah, I know, Chinese mud flaps. They fit perfectly. It took me all of 10 minutes to install all four. Okay, I love the rear window on this. So a little bit about it was when I was looking for the truck, I wanted the Crew Max before I had the double cab with the 6.5 foot bed, and I really loved that truck. I was a little wary on going with the 5.5 foot bed. It's worked out just fine, but there are some times when I go, man, I wish I had the 6.5. At the time, I could not find a Crew Max within 500 miles of me that had the Crew Max in a color I liked and had the 6.5 foot bed. So this is what I went with, and I'm very happy. A couple other things inside. I love the interior. I know that some people have different opinions of that. I love the back seat room. I love the storage under here. The 08 really didn't have this, not like a storage container. You know, I've got emergency equipment and stuff like that back there. I love the fact that I've got you know, connectors back here. So I've got folks in the back seat, USB-A, USB-C, and of course the 120 volt, which works for me just fine. And I have the 120 volt in the back of the truck also. We'll pop open this door. Obviously in the cab here, I've got the large screen on here. I like it a lot. No noises in the cabin except for one, and it's really weird. So sometimes I could drive down country road and I hear a little squeak. It's from the mirror. All I have to do is adjust the mirror a little bit and the squeak goes away. It's very rare. It doesn't happen a lot, but it was kind of weird. It is kind of weird. I am going to put the covering on there to get rid of that shiny piano black stuff there because it just scratches. I've already got a couple scratches on it. Seats are super comfortable. They're cooled and heated. I like that. No issues. Let's go around the driver's side because I want to pull out my phone. This has the charger, the wireless charger for your phone, and it is nice to have. My wife uses it a lot, but it doesn't always work. And I know there's some guys that have built a aftermarket one, but at the end of the day, I prefer not to have my phone down here. I like my phone up somewhere where I can see messages coming in, and obviously I'm very careful about that. You know, I don't want to be texting while I'm driving and stuff like that. But so I mounted it right here. You can see where it's at, and then I've got it connected up front here, and I've kind of tucked the wire away a little bit, so that works really well. I've got the standard gauge cluster. It works just fine for me. I really have no issues with it at all. So overall, I'm very, very happy with this truck. Again, I haven't had any major issues with it. I know some people have. The engines run very good. No issues really for me to talk about. Oh, I did some window tint too on the driver's and passenger side, just a 30, which is legal here in North Carolina, so not a problem. But again, so far this has been a great truck. It drives really well. I love taking it down the highway, going on long trips. I've had it since January and I got just over 20,000 miles on it. Again, no major issues. I would highly recommend this truck to anybody. Thanks.